time in YouTube, and welcome back to Deck Wizard. Today we are featuring Aromatisse from the Breakthrough set. Yeah, not the good one from the X and Y set. We're taking on the Aromatisse that has heavy perfume for 1 fairy energy. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused, and will be putting 6 damage counters instead of 3 on that Pokemon if they flip tails. It also has Hug for 30, 1 fairy energy, and the defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. So, we're going to actually hope and see if we can get some luck. Maybe get some good partners, maybe get some ways of getting Aromatisse out early. That's all going to be left to the wizard. So, without any further ado, let's see what we're about to get. Continue! Here we are. So, we're going to expand the format just real quick to see what we get. We're going to get 1 line of the Kangaskhan Mega Kangaskhan line. I can't see us using Mega Kangaskhan too much, but Kangaskhan EX is amazing for that triple draw for 3 cards. We've got 1 Lugia, which is amazing for the Air Ball, which will do the 2 colorless, and this attack does 20 damage times the number of energy cards attached to both actives. We have 3 Shaman. This is going to be so helpful to get our setup going and getting our hands and everything set up perfectly. We have 1 and 1 of the Mega Diancie line. I've never used these guys, but hey, when it comes to this format, anything goes. We have 2 Florges. Whoops. We have 2 Florges EXs, 1 full art, 1 non-full art, with the lead capability, so we can run into those supporters if we need to. And it does have Bright Garden. Unfortunately, it's not going to be doing too much, I don't think. And then we do get the 4 and 4 of our champion, our mascot of the deck, the Aromatisse herself. And to round out the Pokemon, we have 2 Xerneas EX with Breakthrough and X-Blast. Let's see what our trainers are like. We're going to get 4 regular potions. At least we can heal. We have some switch. Is it just a switch? It's a switch. We did get 4 Ultra Ball, though. So we do have the opportunity to get those Pokemon that we do want out. We have an AZ to help keep us alive. Maybe bring that Pokemon back that's got a lot of damage on it. We've got 1 Shauna. That's all we need for... Is that really the only supporter for... Yep, that's the only supporter we have for draw power. We're going to be heavily relying on the Shaman. But with 4 AZ in the deck, we should be able to utilize Shaman quite a bit, so that shouldn't be a negative there. We do have 1 Zerosic as well, so tool cards and special energies have to be wary of that. We have 2 Parallel Cities. Now, this is actually kind of cool because we don't run a lot of Fire, Water, or Grass type Pokemon, so we can kind of lower their bench to 3 and keep them kind of stagnated at that. And we do have 3 Float Stones to kind of get in, get out whenever we need to, with 20 Fairy Energy to boot. So, we're going to save this deck really quick. Going to call it Deck Wizard Aromatisse. No, I was spelling it right. Now I didn't. We're going to go with, what coin? What coin do we want? I have not, we have a Xerneas coin somewhere. Where is it? There it is. We're going to go with that one. We're going to save this deck. And I'll be right back, guys, with our first game featuring it. And our first game of the day is going to be against Cormac, Oregon. They're playing a Water Steel deck. We get to call the coin, which is awesome. We're going to call it Tails, and we're losing. That's all right. Passing on, letting him pick if he wants to go first or second. We're going to see just what he has up his sleeves. They're going to go first. Fine by me. We're getting a Shaman and a Spritzy and a Xerneas. They don't get anything. I might go and grab that Diancie. We're going to run... Or I could even give us an Aromatisse to start us off. That's actually a good way to play. So Spritzy's up. I'll play the Xerneas. We're gonna end that turn. And we're gonna see what our opponent has in store for us. Apparently they have one basic. Yes, I'm gonna draw that extra card. We're gonna see another Fairy Energy. I am not playing Shaman just yet. We're gonna see a Glalie EX. So we're gonna see, I do believe it's the second one, that if we have the same cards in hand, he's gonna be able to do 150, so he's most likely running Judge in that deck. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Unless he does it turn 1, which would be kind of a waste of a supporter in my eyes. We're going to see a Lysander come right into play. That's fine by me. I'll just attach the Floatstone and switch. We're going to see a Muscle Band and a Rough Sea. So I have the Parallel City. I have the Parallel City. So I have an Ultra Ball, eh? We're going to Energy Drop onto the Spritzy. But I think I'll hold off. He can only do 100 and... No, he has the Muscle Band now. So with another Energy Drop, he can bring in the Xerneas. So I will Floatstone. Oh, this is hard. Should I switch or should I let him take 2 prizes? I'm going to see what he does. Instead of using my Ultra Balls this turn, I'm going to see if he can get that Water Energy. The Shaman may have been a play, but I don't want to waste it just yet. And it's not worth saving Xerneas when he's going to be able to set up all over it, knock it out for 150. He most likely has a Judge in hand, otherwise he's only going to do 50. Yeah, he's only going to do 50. 70, sorry, with the Muscle Band. And we're going to go for a Hug. Well, we're going to confuse our opponent. It's more like what we're going to do. I don't need to energize the Spritzy anymore. We're going to Ultra Ball away. We're going to Ultra Ball Mega Diancie away. Not feeling like it today. I do want to get our Aromatisse going. Get this little guy on the field. There we are. The mascot of our deck is already in play. We're going to simply retreat into the Aromatisse. Gonna set up an energy on the Aromatisse. Just this way I can get more cards from Shaman drops. Yes, I'd like to draw 6. We can potion our little Xerneas. Well, not little, he's kind of big. But we can go for that heavy Perfume and make our opponent confused. There we are. Glalie, you're going to have to get through that coin flip to hit us. Let's see what you've got. Let's see if you're willing to risk that coin flip. You got a Regice. Ah, and a Center Lady. We're going to see an instant freeze, and there's 70 damage. We're going to see another Fairy Energy come our way, which is fine. I can start setting up our Xerneas line. I will play the other Spritzy. We're going to go for another Heavy Perfume. Confuse him once more. That confusion is necessary to stall out. Aromatisse, you've got this. You've got this. Make him attracted to you. Confuse it. Do whatever it takes to make him hit himself. Because, girl, you are gorgeous. We're going to see a Roller Skates, and he is going to get that 3 extra cards, which could benefit him much more than us at the moment. Especially since if he drops 1 card, he'll be at an equal amount of cards. So the instant freeze will be able to do 150 damage over the regular 50 damage. We're going to see a VS Seeker. And he's going to go for that Pokemon Center Lady. And we're going to see our Aromatisse get knocked out here. That is not good. I am not ready with Xerneas yet. We can only do 140. We're going to drop an energy drop onto the Xerneas. And we're going to play a Shaman to get some more cards. Hey! Oh, that was a bad play. I should have waited. I didn't know the Aromatisse was coming. What to do, what to do? Well, I'm going to lose him otherwise, so let's evolve. Spritzy Aromatisse is back up here. And if at the very least it's going to buy us enough time to go for a break, an X-Blast, which will do 140 damage. We have... I might also... I'm going to save the Ultra Ball. Let's save the Ultra Ball. Let's use the switch when we need to. Next turn, I can at least heavy Perfume once more. I'm making him waste his Pokemon Center ladies as VS Seekers to keep Glalie alive. He can't play any cards if he wants to do all that damage. There's a card at least. He's going to go for a trainer card. We're going to see a Professor's Letter. And they're going to grab some water energy. I should have played something now that I'm realizing how many cards I had and how close we were. He's going to water energy drop onto the Regice. And we're going to be sitting ducks for another instant freeze, 150 damage. There's another prize card, but we are going to play Xerneas EX now. We're going to try and heal off even more of that damage. There goes our energy. That's not enough, though. We're going to lose Xerneas as well, so I do need a backup attacker. Going to give up that switch and an energy. We'll go with another Aromatisse. Maybe the best bet would have been a Shaman, but at the same point, I'm just leaning for Regice bait. The breakthrough would not be that beneficial with the Rough Seas in play. So we're going to see 140 damage. He can knock us out. He has a Muscle Band. So as long as his hand gets down to 1, which is actually quite an obstacle. So we might only see, unless he retreats into the Regice. Yep, there's that switch. So we're going to see a Resistance Blizzard come our way. Another Center Lady. That Glalie is almost fully back up into shape. We're going to take 70. We're going to see a Florges CX. But nothing to help out with our issues. I think we are going to set up with the Florges. We're going to retreat for free into the Florges. And we're going to go for a lead. And an AZ seems to be the best lead we can get. This way I can pull back either the Xerneas or the Shaman based on damage. Most likely the Shaman, though. We do need some cards. And with Regice in the active position, it makes it very difficult to hit him without Aromatisse. And as we've seen, 2 of them have gone to the discard already. There's a second Regice. And there's a Shauna from our opponent. So we're going to see 5 cards come their way. A Registeel with a Steel Energy on it. And they're getting a Roller Skates. And they're going to fail that one. So unfortunately no additional cards for them. Boo-hoo. 70 damage onto the Florges EX, and we're going to see a Float Stone, which I'm going to put on Florges. We're going to go with an AZ. Bring up that Shaman. And we're going to place Shaman for 6 cards. Yes, please. No Aromatisse, but we will play a Kangaskhan. We will heal off Florges. Thank you. And thank you. We will play the energy drop onto the Spritzy. This way we can set it up so we can get Aromatisse out and potentially blockade this Regice. We will go for another lead, though. And grab an AZ. Our opponent is going to most likely try and knock out Florges as best he can. He is recovering everything we've done to the Glalie from Xerneas' previous attack with the Rough-Seas. Unfortunately, without a parallel city, there's not much I can do about that. I'm not about to Mega Evolve. Oh, he's going to bring out that Xerneas. Or is he bringing out... Nope, they're bringing out a Shaman. They're going to knock it out. Actually, no. They're just going to waste attack. I'm going to AZ for sure. We're going to energize. We're going to energize Florges. We're going to bring back our Shaman. Actually, I should have gone for the triple drop. Bring out Florges once more. We're going to play Shaman. Drop to Styx. And there's our Aromatisse. So we can get in there. We got a parallel city. So not only are we going to play it, but we're going to have to reduce our Pokemon down to 3. Alright, that's what I want to do. I want to reduce my bench so we take less. Switch it. Yes, this is how I want it. Discard that. We are going to discard 1 Shaman. We're going to have to discard the 2 Shamans, in fact. So we can only have these 3 on our bench. And I can't attack. Bright Garden isn't going to do too much right now because he has barricaded himself. So we're going to go for another lead. Grab that Xerosic. There's our Xerosic. We'll at least be able to take off that double colorless energy from the Glalie so we can neutralize it as a threat. And of course they can't heal all that extra damage. We're going to see a Shauna come in. It's interesting to see these lockdown decks. Regice has become really popular over the last little bit, blocking out most of these EX decks. And with me only using EX decks on... Oh, a Pokemon catcher. They're going to try and bring it. Nope, they failed. Lysander, you're the way to go here. We're going to only take 50, which is great. Now, if only I could get out... There's no way of getting past the Regice. We have to switch. Actually, I made a mistake last turn. I should have retreated into the Aromatisse last turn. We're going to place an energy onto the Kangaskhan. We're going to Xerosic the Steel... We're going to get rid of the double colorless energy. Thank you. And we're going to go for a heavy Perfume. We're going to try and get some confusion action going here. No more of this Resistance Blizzard. We're going to try and neutralize one of the Regice. His Registeel is ready to go. We've got a Skyla coming in. And they're going to Rough Seas one more time. So we do get our full bench back. They're going to maintain all their damage and healing once more. Oh, 60 damage! That's what I like to see. And we're going to just instantly replay that Parallel City. Get rid of that Rough Seas. We don't want any of that. We're going to see an energy drop onto the Kangaskhan. We're going to get ourselves fully set up if we can. I think this is a turn as any to Mega Evolve. I don't need the triple draw. I only have 13 cards left in the deck. Whoa. For a Deck Wizard theme deck, this is going pretty well here. So we've Mega Evolved. We're hoping that that Regice is going to knock itself out. And Aromatisse might just pick up its first kill of the game. Our opponent's probably wondering what we're playing, because this is definitely one screwed up deck, but it's actually paying off. Even if we lose these games right now, guys, this has definitely been one of the best working decks we've had so far. So right now, Resistance Blizzard cannot go off. Unless they get an energy drop, we are not going to see any Resistance Blizzards from our opponent. They're most likely going to go for an Ice Beam. It's taking a few minutes to think. He's dropping that water energy. He's preparing that Glalie for action. We're going to see 2 more water energy hit his hand from the Professor's Letter. Thank you. And are we going to see an attack? Are we going to see Regice knock himself out? We didn't see Glalie get hit by anything, but will Regice knock itself out, and will Heavy Perfume hit the next incoming target? He's thinking. He's in a hard position right now. He's not attacking! We're going to energize our Mega Kangaskhan. And do we switch? Do we let ourselves set up here? Now, Bright Garden actually might be doing quite a bit of damage. This attack does 20 damage times the number of... Oh, it's Pokemon. I apologize. It's not going to do much of anything. It's going to do very minimal damage. Do I go for a hug? And then if it's forced to not retreat, we can knock it out in 2 turns? Let's do it. Let's hug him. We're going to knock this Regice out with a hug. Aromatisse has so much love, he's just going to faint from it. He's going to make sure we knock him out so he gets a chance to knock out this Aromatisse. We're going to see an experience share hit. We're going to hit... Are we going to see the Aromatisse... The Regice on the opposing side is going to get that water energy drop and the experience share. He's going to knock himself out! This is perfect! We're going to get a prize! We are getting another energy card, which isn't helpful at all at the moment. However, are we going to see Glalie come out? Yes, we are! Now, can Wham Bam Punch knock out Glalie? It's going to do 100 base, or to be safer, to go with the X Blast. Now he has to do 150, which is 170. Mega Kangaskhan, you are most likely the way to go. Or, I am actually going to Heavy Perfume. If he's going to knock out anybody, it's going to be Aromatisse. So let's Heavy Perfume. Let's confuse him first. And if he hits himself, we're going to be that much closer. We can bring in the Xerneas. We can knock this Glalie out. We can set ourselves up. The only issue we'll have is the Regice. We're going to see a Roller Skates come from our opponent. He's going to get another Tails. I'm sorry, buddy. He's going for a Judge, so he's hoping really hard here to get that instant freeze off. for 150 and get rid of this pesky Aromatisse. We get a Shaman, which is great. No, he's gonna hit himself! This is leading us up, and I got a Floatstone. The poor man is just not happy with how this deck is working. We are going to do a Floatstone into the Wham Bam Punch. He's going to give it 2 more flips and then he's done. We are going to attach a Floatstone to Mega Kangaskhan, as we are going to retreat. I am not even going to give you the light of day, my friend. I'm going to simply retreat into our Xerneas. I'm going to energy drop back onto Aromatisse. And we are going to go for that X-Blast, knocking our opponent out. There goes the Glalie. Now he does get to experience share from the Glalie. So there's 1 water energy onto the Regice. We're going to claim 2 prizes. We got our Shauna, which is great. And an energy. There's the Registeel, which isn't going to be very helpful at all. We can't X-Blast for save, but we can go for a Wham Bam Punch. As long as we get 1 heads, we will knock out the Registeel. Our opponent is definitely in a bad position. He's only got 5 cards in hand. We're going to see a Trick Shovel. Look at the top card of each player's deck. You may discard this card from it, discard it, or return it to the top of the deck. We're going to see another Registeel hit the field. And he's going to power it up with a water energy. We're going to lose our Xerneas, but that's alright. I forgot we were weak to steel. But our Mega Kangaskhan's got to come in here now. We've got to take out this Registeel. We've got the Mega Kangaskhan up on the field. We got another Florges back. We're not really needing it at the moment. Don't really need any of the energy drops. I don't want to play the Shaman, and I don't need to play any of those cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Shauna, put some more cards back into my deck, and we're going to see 4 more energies. So it's not really necessary. I will go for the Wham Bam Punch, try to knock this guy out. We need 1 coin flip here, guys. We can knock out Registeel, keep ourselves in this game. Otherwise, he's going to start taking out our energy. Oh no, did we freeze? Please tell me we didn't freeze, guys. This is going to be an awkward game. No, we're good. Oh no! So only 100 damage to the Registeel. We're going to see a Pokemon capture. He's going to get another Tails! This is why you use Lysander. As much as the item perk is great, Lysander is better. 2 more energy from the discard pile going back into his hand. He's only got 4 turns left to try and knock out some of our huge EX Pokemon. We're going to see a water energy and another water energy. Perfect. What a long game. And he draws an Articuno with Find Ice. That's not something you need at the moment. He's going to go for that Resistance Blizzard. It's simple. I got to come in on Aromatisse and make you confused. So, we're going to retreat back into Aromatisse. We're going to Heavy Perfume. And if we can stall you out, that'll be perfect. I don't know why we're lagging. But we've gone for the Heavy Perfume. We're going to confuse our opponent. We're going to put 6 counters on him if he flips Tails. All I'm hoping for is a Tails here, folks. What a turn of events for a Deck Wizard deck. Aromatisse has come through, and like I said, even if we do manage to lose this game, We put in a lot of work. These fairies are monsters. And why our game is still not activating? There it goes. We confuse our opponent. These fairies are monsters. Even against a steel deck, we've been putting in the work. There's Giovanni's scheme. He's going to draw. He's going to do 20 more power. There he goes. We're going to see 70 damage. That was with Giovanni. We're going to see we still have another Aromatisse actually in back. So if I manage to get another Spritzy, I will use it. Now, he did hit me for 70, so he did Resistance Blizzard, so I do have to go for a hug. It must be on our side that we are lagging. I don't know what's going on. But it's taking forever, it feels like, to get this data over to our opponent. But we're going to do 30 damage. There it is. 30 damage to the Regice. Now, if he hits himself, he's in trouble. He's going to VS Seeker. He's going to most likely go for a Pokemon Center Lady. This way, he guarantees to knock out this Aromatisse. But I have set it up so he would have to Resistance Blizzard. There it is. That's the Pokemon Center Lady. I need that Spritzy. I should have played that Spritzy earlier. That was a mistake. I didn't realize I had another Aromatisse still in the deck. But that's alright, guys. I've had a great game with this one. Our Aromatisse have put in the work. And I'm going to go with the big old Mega Kangaskhan. If I can draw that Spritzy. There it is! This game isn't over yet, guys. Now, I don't think you knock us out, which is a bonus for us. Because I'll play the Spritzy. If you have a Lysander or a Pokemon Capture in your hand, or another VS Seeker, you can knock out my Spritzy. You've got this game, buddy, and I give you huge congrats. You've done an amazing job. I'm going to attempt to Wham Bam Punch, but I don't think anything goes through. So we're going to let this card load its attack. But I still feel like he Resistance Blizzard because he knew an EX was coming in. And we get a heads. But no damage due to the Resistance Blizzard. That's alright. I understand that. We're going to see a Trick Coin hit the Registeel. We're going to see another energy drop onto the Articuno. We're going to take 50 damage. And I don't think we have much to worry about here. We're just simply going to Aromatisse up. We are going to retreat. We're going to give our final moments of glory to the Aromatisse. We win this game if the heavy Perfume works. We lose the game if he flips tails. Or if he flips heads. He only has one more turn. We will deck him out. This is what goes with stalling. You play a janky deck like mine, and you're bound to get something screwed up. So he's drawn the last card. He gets the hit off. But we're just going to simply end the turn. And we won this game. He's calling it boring. That's not my fault that you played this deck, buddy. You played the stall. We just managed to outplay you. Thank you, guys. This was a deck wizard to remember. Aromatisse may have had a stall game. 60 cards. I was down to 4 cards left. He milled himself out. But at the end of the day, the deck wizard finally got a win. So, without a further ado, I'm going to end up this episode. Thank you for watching. If you made it through this whole game, thank you for watching. Until next time, guys, time out.